Niggas don't want war, I'm a Martian with an army of Spartans. Sparring with a knife in a missile fight. Get your intel right, your intelligence is irrelevant, but it's definite. I spit more than speech impediments.
What did you even make for dinner?
I had fucking SpaghettiOs and meatballs.
Are you just eating out of the pot?
Yeah. I don't have a bowl out here. This is the college life.
Feel it, dude.
Living in poverty.
Like Top Ramen. What else? Granola bars.
Top Ramen, dude. I have a snack bin up there. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah,
it's got like trail mix, microwave popcorn, fruit snacks, and
dude, microwave
crackers.
Popcorn. I think I tweeted it like 5 years ago. Best invention since the light bulb.
Oh,
microwave
easily.
I could not.
Popcorn
live
is
it.
the best snack.
Oh,
down. I challenge our viewers out there to name a better snack. Honestly,
I mean, there probably is one, but personally, it's popcorn for me. That's like a go-to.
Yeah.
Mitch and I talk about like one or two things you can always eat, like no matter how like full or whatever you are.
Oh yeah.
French fries, popcorn.
You know what? I can always eat no matter I'm hungry. Those little famous Amos.
Oh, those
cookies,
are good.
The chocolate chip cookies. They come in a bag.
Yeah.
Those are so.
I think those are the
good.
best. Like I don't know, store-bought cookies. I guess you could say.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, it's funny. That guy was on what's it, Shark Tank.
Okay. Oh, the guy who made that cookie.
Famous. His name Amos, whatever. Or Amos's last name, I don't know.
Yeah.
Dude, I guess when he made that business and like the way he was like doing like the business part of it, because obviously the cookies, the product was good, but the whole numbers part and like the percentage he owned, he made like no money. Just
because he was pouring it all into cookies.
I don't know.
Hella funny.
I don't know what he was doing. Like because the company went from a small thing that he was doing to huge.
Yeah.
I don't know about global, but for sure national company.
Yeah.
And then he was on Shark Tank pitching a new company because he had sold off his Famous Amos stuff and now he doesn't make any money on it. Something
really?
Like it's crazy that you can make something that successful
and then like
and still have to work for what I mean, like have a job almost.
I have another example of that.
Yeah.
But let me get into
what
we're doing right now, which is the Nobody Asked podcast. What's going on, guys? As you know, I'm Mitchell.
I'm Mitchell.
That's Mitchell. I'm not Mitchell.
That's ASAP.
That's ASAP. I'm ASAP. And this is the Nobody Asked podcast, episode 2.
Episode 2. And I feel like we brought this up we didn't bring it up in the podcast, but I feel like we should have names to the podcast. Because I think even if we don't name it before, like something that we talk about during, like we name it after. Because the first one right now says the Nobody Asked podcast, episode 1, and there's no other name. So I feel like we could, because I saw your description of it.
Yeah.
So that was good. But like, I feel like we could name it like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I've seen podcasts too. I think it's cool. But yeah. Anyway.
Okay. So another guy who invented something who got fucked in the end and like now makes no money on the product is, you know who John McAfee is?
No.
Okay, so he made a software like a.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, now,
he made a like protection software designed for Mac that was like it's like a debugging and like fraud prevention.
Even though
software.
my Mac never seems to get any sort of compared to like the PCs that I've had.
Yeah, exactly. So he made that.
Yeah.
Sold it, but then the people he sold it to kept the name.
Yeah.
And now that motherfucker is batshit crazy.
Yeah, I feel it.
Insane. No, he's insane. Like
even
he has a Twitter account. So apparently the story goes is he killed his roommate.
Jesus.
Just straight up killed his roommate in America.
So how did he like not get?
He fled the country.
Oh my god.
And now he's in like some random ass country.
How did
I don't know. Let me look it up.
I have not heard this story. I was going on something similar though. I know for sure. The McDonald's guys, 2 brothers, I think Dick and Mac McDonald was the name, and they had the place in San Bernardino, California, the first ever McDonald's, and it was just like a small place.
Yeah.
And then Ray Kroc, who's like people associate his name with like the start of McDonald's, he had nothing to do with it at first. They only had 1 location, I believe, at the time, and then he came in and started like trying to pitch them on getting franchises, right?
Yeah.
And he's the one that had the big vision of like spreading so McDonald's is everywhere. And then they wanted to kind of keep it local, but they were willing to like, okay, maybe try 1 or 2 wherever you are doing it. And then he started expanding them, and then like all of a sudden, before you know it, McDonald's is the biggest restaurant as far as locations in the world. It's like crazy that it went from like
really,
because not that they didn't get any money. Like, I mean, he bought them out for like. But like compared to what McDonald's is worth, you know what I mean? Like even if it was $1 million, which I think it was something like that. I mean, at the time, whenever the 50s, I think 50s or 60s when this was happening, $1 million, a lot of money. But you think of what McDonald's is worth today, I'm not even sure. It's upwards of $100 billion, I'm sure. So
Really?
$1 million is, nothing for that. But
Okay, so I just found this guy's Twitter.
was it John?
John McAfee. It's
Okay,
pronounced
yeah.
McAfee, but it's like MCAFEE.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, this guy. So the story is, I don't even know. He like killed his roommate and then fled the country, and tried to.
So how old is he at this point?
He's
do you know?
old as shit. I don't know. Probably
Okay.
he looks like he's definitely above 50.
So he had a roommate at this point.
I guess. Well, he made the company a long time ago. Like McAfee's been around for a while. Anyway, so
So this is okay.
So he
Got it.
killed his roommate, fled the country, tried to bring up charges against the person he sold the company to, because he didn't want him using his name, but they're still using his name.
Yeah.
Because it's just like it's stuck, I guess.
Yeah.
And now this guy's like on Twitter, talking about fucking whales.
Wait, like literally.
Like literally, this guy, he said, he's like, I don't know, talking about whale fucking, no joke. Each year on February 1st, the Molokai Channel, a few men compete in the world's only whale fucking contest. Humpback whales are easy to fuck for a second or less. World record 31 seconds. I completed once. Almost got my ribs crushed. Stick with ostriches.
What was that?
This is a verified Twitter account.
Oh my gosh. How many followers does he have?
Like 889,000. Almost a million.
Did he ever get punished or caught?
I don't know, because I guess if you flee the country, the U.S. can't do anything about it.
Well,
or the court system doesn't just stop
I don't know
caring.
exactly
I guess
how that works.
I have no idea. Anyways,
because they don't have jurisdiction in other countries,
Yeah.
but if it's a crime committed in the U.S., I don't really know. I'm guessing at this point, but
wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And actually, now I remember why I brought up the McDonald's brothers, because they kept the name. When that guy took McDonald's, Ray Kroc, he didn't change it to Crocs, and he said that was the whole thing. He said that was the reason they were able to franchise it so well, because McDonald's sounds so like American and just old-fashioned, just comforting, I guess. Whereas like Crocs would be like, you don't want to go eat at a place. Exactly.
Nuggets from a place called Crocs.
Exactly. So he kept the name McDonald's, and two brothers got
brutal
$1 million and whatever else. I think they were supposed to get a percentage of the company as well, but it was on a handshake basis. And
Did you watch that documentary?
Yeah, that's that.
Oh,
and
that's where
I'm talking from the documentary.
Okay,
also,
gotcha.
that's a disclosure, I guess, because I didn't actually research all this myself. But from the documentary, I believe this is at least mostly accurate, if not 100% accurate.
Capitalism. So. It's a dog eat dog world.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm gonna buy you out and then keep the name.
The Nobody Asked podcast.
Yeah.
Well, you came up with the name, so I'll give you that. If we were doing like something to do with me, like Mitchell's Nobody Asked, like you know what I mean, like I'd be like, whoa. But
that'd be funny. You buy me out and then rebrand it to Mitchell's Nobody Asked podcast. The Nobody Asked podcast with Mitchell. Stop.
That's it, Mitchell. Period. That's funny.
Ugh.
But
anyways, you were talking to me earlier today about I mean, you're a big football fan, right?
yeah,
I don't watch a lot of sports.
So if you guys don't know, we're recording on Sundays. The episodes come out on Mondays.
Yeah.
But so this is Sunday night. We normally go in the mornings, but Sunday night.
We normally go. Let me touch on that.
Okay.
We made a commitment, like we shook hands, made a goddamn commitment to do this podcast at 10 a.m. every morning.
But
So
there's some
so we have a
caveats
whole
here.
day
I'm
to
gonna
figure the rest out.
let him get his lies off. But
Okay, so we made a commitment to do the podcast in the morning, and we stuck to it the first day. This guy was a champ. I know he sleeps in late.
Yep.
Which is totally fine, but he was out here 10 o'clock for the first podcast.
And the second day, because the first day wasn't a
okay, so we
recording.
did a test podcast, and then we did the original
the first one.
The real podcast. Yeah. Literally the second real podcast out the window. We're recording this 9 o'clock at night.
And okay, here we go. And here's where I can come in with my backstory then.
All right.
The first real podcast day, I was on my way over here, and this guy says, "Yo, I don't know if I can. Can you give me a ride?" And I'm like, "Dude, I mean, yeah, of course. Like we're doing this together." Just saying. I'm not trying to rip on you.
Look, nobody's perfect, okay?
Exactly.
But I'm more perfect than you.
I don't know. I'm not sure I'm going with that. But anyway,
okay.
So
Sunday football.
The reason we're doing this at night today was, and NFC and AFC championship games, and I'm big into sports, as I think I mentioned in the last podcast. So we were supposed to do 9 in the morning. I was up till about 6 a.m. last night.
Putting in
this
work,
morning,
mind
depending.
you.
Yeah, so I got called into work, and I don't work till 6 a.m., but I did work till like midnight or something like that. Anyway, so we were going to do it in the morning before the games. The game started at noon today.
Yep.
And so we were going to do it at like 9 or 10 or whatever. But I went to bed super late, so in the morning, I got up and I was like, whatever, 10:25 or something. And I texted you saying, yo, can we do it tonight? And like, if you had said, dude, I'm like doing shit tonight, I would have, flown over here and we could have done it. But I'm just saying, I feel like that would have been.
That's all it took, huh?
It would have been rushed, is what I'm saying.
Oh,
like,
okay, gotcha.
I feel like I didn't want to come over here, had just waken up.
We don't want to put out a bad product.
Exactly. And I had just woken up too, so it would have been me like sleep talking with you.
There you go.
You know what I
The
mean?
customers come first, always.
You could put it that way. I mean, anyway, but it brought us this topic that I'm going to get into now, which is if any of you guys watched football or saw the game or anything like that, at the end of the Rams-Saints game, Rams are driving downfield. It's like under 2 minutes left. They're down like inside like the 10-yard line or inside the red zone for sure. And Drew Brees throws a pass to, I forget the guy's name, Lewis, I think was his last name. And the slot corner for the Rams was on the opposite side of the field when the play started. Okay. So at the last second, like Drew Brees gets the ball, they call hike. The slot corner realizes, oh my gosh, my guy's on the other side of the field. And you know how wide a football field is, right? It's like 25, 30
Wide
yards
as
away,
shit.
right? So he's literally
least a couple
sprinting. Exactly. He's sprinting to cover the guy that he was supposed to be covering. And obviously Drew Brees being, one of the best quarterbacks ever and definitely one of the best in the game today, sees that the guy's wide open because the guy's that's supposed to be covering him is on the other side of the field. So he throws him the ball, and pass wasn't great. He probably wasn't even going to catch it, but the defender literally didn't even look at the ball. He just hit the guy, and it was before the ball had gotten there. Because once the ball is like there,
Blindsided them.
Yeah, and once the ball's there to be caught, you can hit him because it's tackle football. It's the NFL. But until the ball gets there, you're not supposed to like. You can put hands on him, but you're not supposed to grab him or push him or anything like that.
Not a full tackle.
So he literally tackled him before the ball was there.
Damn.
Referees didn't call anything, and the Super Bowl now has the Rams in it instead of the Saints. And I'm not one to like blame the refs. Like most of the time, like lots of people complain a lot, I think, about calls that.
I mean,
bad.
that's what sports is, though. That's been.
And that's what I was going to talk about, like tying it into, like, but when it's such an obvious call, because if it's a close call, it could go either way, whatever. When it's blatantly obvious, 9 out of 10 people in the world would tell you, no, they should have called it. I feel like there should be either one, which is probably the more likely option, some way to reverse it, even though, because they can reverse plays that they review, but if they don't review it, like with the replay, they can't just reverse it. So
well, I mean, if they get enough backlash from like the coaches and shit, don't they go to like the screen and then review the play?
So what happens, there's challenges actually. So there's actually an official thing.
Yeah, the coach can throw a flag, right?
Yeah, exactly. And he'll challenge the play. And there's also limits on that. Like in the last 2 minutes of the game, you can't challenge a play.
Really? Oh, that's lame.
So like that's actually
a dumb rule.
It was one of those today. It was the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And the reason they do that though is because, people just challenge anything like in desperation the last 2 minutes. I think
it's
this
just
is why
to
they
waste
do it.
time.
Yeah, exactly. Or just get an extra timeout or whatever. Because if you're out of timeouts or whatever, you know what I mean. Anyway, so they couldn't challenge it. It got called wrong on the field. They didn't review it.
Yeah.
And it was just blatantly obvious, right? And I was just thinking like either there should be a way to review it, or there needs to be like some sort of technical part more than just replay of reffing games. And I know especially in like basketball, it's becoming bigger and bigger when James Harden's getting fouled. If you look at him, like you can look at him, they're going to call foul. You know what I mean? Like
fuck that guy. Go Warriors.
I mean, I like him, but like, dude, it's ridiculous. Like he shot 27 free throws in one game a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Most teams don't even do that. So I don't know. I just like
he doesn't have much to work with in terms of teammates, right?
True. Yeah.
Compared
not
to
right
other
now.
teams like the Warriors or the Lakers. Yeah.
Everyone's hurt too. But I don't know. I just wanted to get into like that tech part of. I feel like there should just at this point,
there should be a
2019.
way. Yeah.
We shouldn't be missing these obvious calls anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like.
Well, this is kind of related. Like, every year there's like a huge controversy about how the MLB doesn't review plays.
Yeah.
Like
and
their umpires just wing it.
And now they don't. They changed it. But yeah.
They used to.
For the longest time.
Yeah. They used to for the longest time, and there have been like countless really like pivotal games where the umpires just made a shitty call, and then everyone just kind of had to suck it up.
Yeah, and it's a little hard, like, because I know in baseball there's like a strike zone that's supposed to be whatever, shoulders to knees.
Yeah,
over the
and like a lot of
it
is kind of baseball is just you have
judging
to
see it
by
exactly.
the eyes,
yeah, but like I feel like with something as major as football, you can see when a guy tackles someone when he's not supposed to tackle someone. But yeah, just kind of. I don't know. That's what I was doing today before this, so I wanted to get into
just watching football all day.
But, yeah,
must be nice.
Literally, I woke up at whatever time I texted you, like 10:30. First game was at noon, and I was watching from noon until I came here.
Really?
So like 7 hours, yeah.
That sounds pretty nice. I was fucking cleaning all day.
Oh yeah.
Does the room look clean?
Yeah, I mean it was pretty clean last time though, like more or less.
It was empty last time. I didn't have any of my shit here.
True, I guess so. Yeah, that's the first thing I noticed. All the snacks and all these utensils and stuff on the shelf.
All the refreshments for the Nobody Ass podcast.
And the Tide Pods, always good to munch on those, right?
Yeah, delicious.
Remember when people used to do that?
Was that, dude? Okay, when I first saw that shit on Twitter, I was like, oh, a funny joke, like, because there's you're not on Reddit, but there's a subreddit called Forbidden Snacks, and it's literally just shit that looks like food that you shouldn't eat. Like,
I can only imagine.
It would be like pictures of like golden retriever puppies because they kind of look like fried chicken.
Oh, if you get like the right, okay, yeah,
or like shit like that.
Yeah.
And that was posted on that subreddit one day, of just like a Tide Pod, and someone said, "Yeah, this looks like a fucking delicious fruit snack or like a Gushers."
I mean, it does.
I mean, they look pretty. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would eat it. I would eat a Tide Pod. No, but but I saw that posted on Reddit one day, and then it just fucking blew up on Twitter, and I was like, "Oh yeah, it's like it's an okay joke, I guess. It's not really that funny. I don't know why people are so obsessed with it." And then like a couple of days later, video after video started coming out of kids straight up eating Tide Pods.
Yep.
Like putting them in their mouth and chewing on that shit.
Yep. I know, dude, Twitter does crazy things to people, man. Not just Twitter, but
what a dumb.
Remember when
I hope someone died eating a Tide Pod.
Dude, I don't know if you can go that far.
I hope someone died eating a Tide Pod, just as like a.
I don't. I mean, I get what you're saying, but it's like, dude, I hope someone died.
Okay, well, I mean,
if you said that on Twitter, like if you put that out, that would get ripped.
Just
on,
like,
dude.
how stupid can you be? I bet because I know there's news articles about a kid that went to the hospital because of a fucking eating a Tide Pod.
Okay, no, I didn't even hear, but I just saw the Twitter like you said, the viral videos and just the jokes.
Yeah,
but I never looked into
people
like
take shit too far.
People actually
for shit that's like B level funny. Like it's not even that funny.
I don't think it has anything to do with the comedy of it. It's just the fact that it'll go viral, or it can, because that's what's popping at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
If I made a mediocre joke on Twitter right now about AirPods, I could probably go viral.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, but if I made a Tide Pod joke right now, it would have to be like a really actually funny joke, because right now Tide Pods aren't the thing. That's funny. I saw someone say we started the year with pods and ended the year with pods. It was Tide Pods at the beginning and AirPods at the end. But was it? I don't even know if that was 2018. Tide Pods? I feel like
it was.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. It feels like a long time ago to me.
Yeah.
But
have you seen the new Spider-Man trailer?
We just watched it, dude.
Yeah.
Why are you asking me? Yeah, no, I did see it.
Just trying to segue, man. Just trying to get into the next topic.
But
it's
you go.
We just both watched it
because you this guy has more developed opinions than me about this.
I'm just kind of pissed off about like the way Marvel advertises their shit, because I'm a huge Marvel fan.
Yep.
And I'm so excited every time a movie comes out. Yeah, we always go watch the movies together.
And I feel like that's like a really popular thing now, Marvel. Yeah. Like the last 5, 6, 7 years, I don't know.
And I'm just like, I don't know. I get really excited every time a new movie comes out, but Marvel has a huge issue, and not just Marvel, like movie studios like of all kinds do this. Okay. They put out trailers that just give away the entire fucking movie. And it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Because I want to enjoy it.
Interesting.
Without having the entire plot given away, like, in this case, 7 months before the fucking movie comes out.
Yeah.
And you know this isn't going to be the first trailer.
The thing is...
Or the only trailer,
I've seen... Because I definitely get where you're coming from. And I've definitely seen movies where it's like, dude, the trailer was the movie. Like, you know what I mean? I've definitely... Yeah. But I've also seen trailers that I'm like, dude, that was the whole movie. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, but then I see the movie and it's not.
Yeah.
So I feel like... Because... in the trailer,
but Marvel has a track record of giving away shit in the trailers and then having it be exactly what people expected when it comes to the box office.
Yeah, but I think there's always, it's not exact like all the way through. There's like some main points that are like scattered and you can kind of base what's going to happen. But there's
I
still
think-
there's still like small twists, and you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Things may not
exactly.
happen
Exactly
how you
how
expected.
mhm.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I didn't. Just watching the trailer just now, we watched it like whatever 30 minutes ago. I feel like I definitely got a sense of the movie, but I feel like that's what they're going for. They want you to
Yeah.
know. They don't want you to not know. You know what I mean?
Well, my thing with this trailer is that the movie's coming out in 7 months,
Yeah.
7 whole months, and
Is it? Was there a date? It said summer.
yeah,
From what
I
I
think
saw.
roughly 7 months because summer's
That
about
would be like late summer.
late summer. Probably.
Okay.
I mean, I'm assuming because
At least like 5-6 months.
yeah,
Though, like for sure.
somewhere around that time.
Yeah.
But so the movie's coming out pretty far from now,
Mhm.
and they have a huge fucking movie coming out right before it, which is
Yep.
Avengers Endgame.
Yep.
And he's dead according to the last movie. Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Peter
okay.
Parker's
I see
dead.
what you're saying now.
So it
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like it was just a weird move to post that right now because he's dead right now. So obviously,
Yeah.
like the thing it troubled me because Iron Man wasn't in the trailer. Spider-Man's alive. Like all the other
Yeah.
all the other known
the
characters
the
in the
main
movie,
ones. Yeah.
are nowhere to be seen
Yeah.
in that trailer, and Spider-Man's alive. So whether that confirms or denies your suspicions, like it's giving away a lot. And
Well,
it's
but
weird that they would have
but-
any promo for
Mhm.
another movie before a huge pivotal movie like that comes out.
I mostly agree with you, but I also think because we still don't know.
I mean, we don't know, but now I mean, we know one thing, that Spider-Man's going to come back, and he was the most emotional death in the
True,
movie.
that's true. But what I'm saying is we still don't know. Maybe this is like, and I'm reaching here, but I'm trying to argue with you, right?
This is Marvel fan theory portion of the podcast.
This is my like off the fly just argument with ASAP. Maybe this is like Afterlife, right? Or this is because you said none of the main guys were in this trailer. So
well,
maybe
Iron
they're
Man's
also,
he played a huge part in the first Spider-Man movie, which leads
Yep.
people to believe that he would be in the next one, but he's not.
he's
Why
not
is
in
that?
the trailer.
Why isn't he in it?
And I just said it, and people at the podcast are like, dude, you just said it. This is the Afterlife, the Spider-Man, or this is some alternate reality or something like
People,
that.
okay, that's a theory I've seen that's been going around.
They aren't alive in this in the Spider-Man, and everyone else that's still alive, the main guys, are still alive. That's why they're not in this, because this is some other stuff, and that is totally just a guess. But I'm trying to theorize.
I don't know, because that happened with like horror movies nowadays.
Yeah,
I just don't see them because the trailers that they come out.
or at least in theaters, you
Yeah.
mean, like paved to see.
Horror movies are notorious for doing this shit.
Mhm.
Just like putting out a trailer that's literally the whole movie in 3
Yeah.
minutes.
But I feel like I don't know. At least most people that I know that go to horror movies, like
Yeah.
you're not there for the plot.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's put it that way. I mean, like
Uh-huh.
I've definitely actually seen a couple
I've seen
horror
some good
movies
horror
that were
movies.
really good, like
Yeah.
movies themselves, like the plot.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I didn't even mean to bring this up, but I just made my top 10 list of last year. I don't know if you saw it. I tweeted it out 2 days ago. So I don't know if I've mentioned this on the podcast. Both ASAP and I go to a ton of movies.
Big movie guys.
I go to more than him, but he goes
Way
a lot
more,
too.
yeah.
Like more than most
If I could
people.
afford it, I would go to more.
Yeah, exactly. R.I.P. Movie Pass for anyone who knows what that is.
Damn.
Or was.
We'll
I
probably
mean,
talk about that someday.
yeah.
That failure.
I said hopefully, but hopefully not. dude,
Hopefully
like-
not.
But yeah, so I saw 36 movies last year. This is
Uh-huh.
in the movie theaters, paying to go.
Yep.
So a lot of money. I don't even want to think about it. Over $500, I'm sure. But Movie Pass saved me some money at the beginning of the year.
There you go.
So for the last like 4 or 5 years, or maybe I don't know, ever since I've had my license, so like 4 years, yeah. I've been going to movies all the time, and since I've been keeping track, I saw 38 movies the first year. 40.
Fuck. That's a lot of movies.
It was 38, and then the next year, which was 2 years ago, I saw 44. Then I saw 40 not last year, 40 the year after. So last year was the 4th year. Man, I'm confusing myself explaining this. 38, 44, 40, and then 36. So that's the lowest I've seen since I've been keeping track. But I make a top 10 list every year. I'm just going to pull it up real quick. I don't know how many of these you even saw. Also, we're
I saw
chilling, but
what? Oh, what? So what was your top 10 then?
yeah, I'm going to pull it up right now.
Yeah.
It's on my Twitter. Okay, so that was the 10 in order.
Uh-huh.
I'm just going to read it out. Molly's Game, Red Sparrow, Ready Player One, Shape of Water,
Okay.
Bohemian
Why don't
Rhapsody,
you read 'em out before
Crazy
I-
Rich Asians, Avengers Infinity War at 7, Annihilation 8, 9 The Post, 10 First Man. So
I would
let's start with what you've seen though. Like,
Okay,
I wanna
I've
know-
seen all of those.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not expect that. I thought you were gonna say maybe like 6 or 7. Okay, cool.
I would put First Man higher, definitely.
That was a really good movie.
I really like that movie. I would put. I hated Ready Player One.
Really? Wow.
Well,
okay.
I read the book, so
okay. See, our other friend, Idaho.
Yeah.
Liam, shout out to Liam. He's the one that recommended that to me. He read the book.
That book is fucking.
He said the book was way better than the movie.
Phenomenal.
He loved the movie though. He said the movie was really good.
I enjoyed the movie.
You said you hate. Okay, scroll back 30 seconds in this podcast and listen to ASAP say.
It was entertaining. It was entertaining. I was not bored in the theater.
Okay.
But yeah, I just like.
I mean, I get it. There's
so
more
much. They made an entertaining movie. They did not make Ready Player One. They did not do a faithful adaptation.
Okay. I mean, I didn't read the book. I really like the movie.
Are you a big reader? Do you like?
Nah, definitely. I would not say I'm a big reader for sure.
You could hold out probably for the Ready Player One book. You would find.
Oh no, I could. Yeah, I could read it based on the movie. I could just read it.
Yeah.
But
I think
as someone that didn't read the book, I liked the movie a lot.
It's a complete. They're two entirely different stories.
Interesting. Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's okay.
So that's why I didn't. That's why I say I hate it.
We got second interruption.
All right. Give me 1 second.
And then I'm gonna while he's doing that, I'm gonna talk about these movies, just in case you didn't hear or see any of them. I'm gonna give like 10-second breakdown. Molly's Game was a movie about a woman that ran an illegal poker ring in LA and New York. I'm just giving quick breakdowns.
Okay, gotcha.
Red Sparrow, Jennifer Lawrence, Russian like kind of spy type movie.
Good movie.
Great movie.
I would put it lower on all this.
Okay. Ready Player One. I'm also
talking about food in my mouth.
Little caveat. I'm really big on like movies that end sad or like just kind of empty endings, where it's not like the cliche Hollywood like everything turned out well. Yeah. Ready Player One. That was the movie we were just talking about. In the movie, at least I don't know how the book is. In the movie, they are like living like in the future, and there's like this alternate, basically reality where everyone lives like in this kind of not internet, but like kind of game setting, and they all play against each other, and they're trying to win money in real life.
If any of you guys out there like reading,
read the book.
Read that book. If you never read a book in your life,
was it that was like your favorite book you've ever read?
Favorite book I've ever read.
Really?
If you go your entire life without reading a book, and wake up one day and you're like, maybe I should read one book, Ready Player One needs to be
that. I don't really read books, but I read a lot. But like
so good.
I read online.
It's so good.
A lot. Anyway, Shape of Water #4. That's a big controversy, at least when it came out. Like a lot of people hated it. A lot of people really liked it.
I was not a fan.
I really liked it. Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm really big on music and the whole music production and music creation side of music. So that was a really insightful movie, I thought, for sure. And I definitely didn't know that much. I found it a bit
boring.
Boring?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, I'm getting ripped. Okay, Crazy Rich Asians.
I love that movie.
I just thought that was a really well done. There was a plot. It was funny. It was
really funny.
It was really funny.
Usually, like, I guess, would you consider that a romantic comedy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually, romantic comedies like that are like just, eh.
Really, actually,
that was really good.
I like romantic comedies, but I also like pretty much all genres. I'm just a big movie person, so. Anyway, Avengers: Infinity War 7. I thought that was just obviously a staple movie for the year. It was thoroughly entertaining to me the whole way through, even though I knew some stuff. Obviously, like we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Just a great movie. I thought. Annihilation. I'm surprised you saw that. That wasn't like a big movie.
Yeah, it was. I had to drive for that one, to like a weird theater.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, because I saw it in Boston when I was living in Boston, and it got recommended to me. I forget. I don't know. A few friends recommended it to me, and I thought it was really good. I thought the whole like alternate reality at the end part was really good. The plot.
It was a bit like I saw it with my mom, and she was kind of lost.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
But I like those types. Like I really liked Interstellar, one of my favorite movies of the past like 5 years. Like any sort of like alternate. I don't know. I'm really into that. The Post. I thought that was a great movie. That was like I agree
with your placement on it.
Yeah, no, it was a good movie. It was a solid movie. There was a lot of movies that it was better than this year, but it definitely wasn't like a top 3 or top 4 or 5 movie.
No, not at all.
And then First Man, which is actually similar to The Post for me in the terms that like they were based heavily on reality.
I liked First Man a lot.
So did I.
I would put it higher.
So did I. I mean, I liked all these movies a lot. That's why they made my top 10. Because 26,
you watched
36
this past year.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So there was a lot of good movies that didn't even make. This movie called Hunter Killer. I think I have honorable mentions in here. I'll just go real quick.
Uh-huh.
Hunter Killer, The Incredibles 2, Searching, and The Greatest Showman. Were all like those are the next.
Greatest
4.
Showman was good. I didn't
Yeah.
see Hunter Killer.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Or Searching. I didn't see that either.
So Searching was the Bay Area. Like I don't know if you heard about it because it took place like in San Jose,
Yeah.
where there was like a kidnapping and.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah,
Did you see
I know what it
Or
is.
you know
I
what
didn't.
it is?
I didn't
okay,
see.
yeah. So that movie was it really measured up to because I was expecting okay, I'm from here. I know. And there's a lot of really accurate, you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
stuff that was portrayed in the movie. That's like, dude, I can relate to that.
Uh huh.
So I thought that was cool. Anyway, that's my top 10. What were you gonna say? You were gonna rip on it.
Solid top 10. Oh, I was just gonna rip on. Shape of Water was horrible.
Interesting. What did
Guillermo
you
del
not like?
Toro.
Like real quick, 30 seconds.
It was. I can't even.
Okay.
I hated the tone of the movie. The tone was really weird, considering what the plot line was. The tone didn't match the story, really. I felt it was like, I don't know. It was weird. The movie was very dark, and it didn't really need to be that dark.
That's what and that's what we're going back to. Like I like movies that are like that a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Like actually on this list there aren't that many.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Red Sparrow is kind of a dark, like empty tone at the end for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Shape of Water. I'm trying to think what else on here. Avengers: Infinity War, obviously, but that's a little different. Annihilation. Like
You know what else has a dark tone? Ready Player One. That has a completely different ending than the one in the movie.
That wasn't a dark ending though.
I know, but the book has a dark ending.
Oh well, I didn't read the book.
I'm gonna go close my
So-
window real quick because I think my room's about to get flooded. It's
Oh.
pouring rain outside.
Yeah, The Shape of Water heard you, bro. I forget like the character's name in that movie, but yeah. So anyway, wasn't even gonna bring that up. That's just kind of spontaneous, but I made that list a couple days ago, and
You know what else is pretty I can't even talk. You know what else is pretty spontaneous?
I'm not even sure they heard you. You're so far
Fucking
from the mic.
Soulja Boy's resurgence.
Yeah, that was.
Dude,
Yeah.
what is this kid on?
Don't ask me because
This guy came out of nowhere and he's calling everybody out. It's fucking great. I love it.
and he's doing it in full swag, full confidence. It's not like he's like, you know what I mean?
What was the most recent one was the shit with Ariana Grande, right?
I didn't even hear about
Well,
it. What?
you know the song she just released.
Yeah, 7.
He apparently he.
Oh
she
yeah, I do know what
bit
you're
the
talking
beat
about.
from him.
Was that the recent song? Because I saw a clip of that, where Ariana Grande's song has like the same whatever, something to do with
as "Kiss Me Through the Phone"?
No, that's Drake. Drake had the same lyrics as Kiss Me.
Or no, Pretty Boy Swag. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is I thought it was a stretch.
Was that Ariana Grande's new song? That was the song? Because I know it was an Ariana Grande song.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Huh.
funny thing is, this is why I hate talking about like just rap drama because it's all just promo.
Yeah, I feel like
He
a
just
lot
released
of
a
it.
song. He just
Yeah.
released Soulja
No,
Boy just
I know,
now released
yeah.
a song.
That's Kanye's a master of that for sure.
Yeah. Kanye, he's a master of throwing fits publicly and then just releasing
Yeah,
an
it's
album
just-
directly
it's-
after.
Free publicity, man. I mean, he does it, and, I
And
don't-
yeah, and that's the thing. We're talking about it.
exactly. And
We're
so
just promoting it more. I mean,
millions-
I'm nothing against Soulja Boy. I think he's a good artist, but like we're promoting it now because he threw a fit on Charlemagne's podcast.
Yeah, the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Breakfast Club. But yeah, I saw that randomly on Twitter. All the Drake memes.
Drake.
Um,
Drake.
yeah, and some of them are funny, just like anything else on Twitter. Like any viral meme,
Yeah.
AirPods. Now that the ones I thought were funny, and we're not videotaping this, so you won't be able to see it. Where the guy goes like this.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like those are funny. I think where the guy on the screen is like
Tapping his head.
tapping
He's
his
like,
head. Yeah, he's like, dude, didn't think of that. But yeah, I mean, Twitter just in general, dude. I feel like
Uh-huh.
so much of it is just.
It's great. I love it.
Well, I love it, but I feel like nowadays so much of it's not only not funny but repetitive. Like jokes that I didn't think were funny are getting recycled. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, that's. Dumb.
I mean, people just like take shit on Twitter and just beat it with a stick until it's
Yep.
barely breathing anymore.
yeah,
Like fucking Stan Twitter.
Mhm.
That side of Twitter is just
ridiculous.
awful.
But and that's what
Awful.
I'm saying. I feel like Stan Twitter is most of Twitter nowadays. Where I feel
Well,
like,
I mean, like, yeah.
at least the content of it, not most users.
Who's
per
your
se.
what kind of stands do you hate the most? What community do you hate the
I
most?
don't know, dude. All of them. I just like any.
You know-
it's not even the specific stands. It's the idea of it. You know. What I
Yeah.
mean? As a whole.
I mean, no. Okay, well, I don't want to rip on people who like are interested in celebrities' lives because I feel like that's a very human thing to be interested in.
Yep.
But there's people who take it to a whole nother level, which is like completely unnecessary. Like other people, what I find really weird is there's accounts. People will make accounts that are like for themselves, but then they'll put a celebrity's face as the
just to like
the
go
avatar.
viral, like with Donald Trump and stuff. I've seen that. All
Well,
the time.
no, like
Yeah.
people will like everybody.
I'm not Post Malone, and it's Post Malone's picture.
And then it's
I've seen
picture.
that
Or like
stuff.
no,
Yeah,
it'll be just like someone's name, like fucking, I don't know, like Tyler or some shit.
Whatever.
And then it'll be like Soulja Boy, and then Soulja Boy's picture. But it's just like it's just like that guy. But and he's not even pretending to be Soulja Boy. He's just himself. But he puts like other people as the
No. I know.
avatar.
I know what you're talking
That's
about.
super.
Yeah.
And then there's like the people who are super into K-pop. The like little girls across the country that are like don't even speak Korean, but somehow are into the music.
Feel that? But
Will
okay. Yeah.
will like go under tweets that have nothing to do with K-pop and just like promote bands' music. That's so strange to me. That's so strange.
But it's also just like it's the 2019 cold calling kind of.
Yeah, but like why waste? Not waste, but why spend so much time promoting something that you have no involvement in?
I think that's where you get to come into the conversation of like the psychology of just social media.
Yeah.
And where it's just like a lot of people use social media to fill up free time. I think that's not what I meant to say really. I'm trying to figure out how I'm trying to like social media I think should be used if you have free time in between you're doing stuff, you can like check it to pass the time. It shouldn't be something that you're not doing active things, not just active moving, but just like doing things in real life, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Because you're devoting time to social media.
No, I get it. Yeah.
Kind of what you're talking, like wasting time per se.
It's just like,
but I feel like that's just the culture of it now. People people when they like open up Instagram, especially now that it's not chronological, they devote the time. Okay, now I have to go through my entire Instagram feed, as opposed to just check it and then like putting it down 2 minutes later because something came up. They like, no, I can't like do something right now because I'm in the middle of checking this. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely just modern day, dude.
Internet, what can you do?
What can you do? But then again, like we couldn't have a platform like this without the internet and the power of like social media and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's definitely a two-way street.
Yeah, for sure. What should we just hit 30 minutes? Do you think you want to cut it?
32 minutes. I mean, we could like wrap it up. We don't have to stop it.
I wanted to talk about one more thing.
Yeah, no, go ahead, dude.
Which was, those of you who've heard of a small YouTuber by the name of Logan Paul.
I think I've heard of it. I think so.
This motherfucker went on his podcast and said he's gonna go gay for a month.
Yep.
That was the whole thing behind it is him and this random guy. I don't know who the other guy's name is.
I don't know. It's probably not a random guy, but it's
not a random guy. Probably another
to us a
one
random
of his
guy.
famous friends. But
Yeah.
him and this guy are doing like a different thing for every month. I don't know why we're talking about this.
I don't know either, but you brought it up, so we're gonna like they're doing what
But
sober in January.
They're doing
right?
they're going sober for the entire month of January.
Which originally when I heard that I was like, dude, Joe Rogan did that in October. Sober October.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't know if last year was the first year, but I feel like they're just stealing the Joe Rogan. Like, because Joe Rogan definitely did the sober October for sure last year, and maybe even 2 years ago also.
Oh.
Where he didn't smoke, he didn't whatever, and him like a group of his friends do it, sober October, and like whoever like can actually make it, because I don't think they go the whole month normally. Like,
yeah.
But you try to go the whole month, and whoever makes it the longest gets like whatever. I don't know what it is, money or something, but. But yeah, Logan Paul is kind of expanding on that. I feel like kind of low key ripoff, low key. But.
Low key. No, but so he's going sober for January, vegan for February. They just did like a whole.
And I feel like both of those are normal like things people do.
Yeah,
like,
normal.
Yeah.
Challenges.
And then March,
he's gonna be gay for the entire month of March.
Yeah.
So in honor of that, I thought we should one up these guys. We're gonna be.
What is this? I don't know anything about this. Go ahead.
I don't want to make this joke. No.
Go ahead, do it, dude. No. You gotta do it. The Nobody Asked podcast.
In order to one up the Low Gang. Oh fuck! What happened?
There you go. You're good. It's still recording.
Oh fuck! Scary. In order to one up the Low Gang.
Sure.
You know what we're gonna do?
What?
We're gonna become serial killers for a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think
we're just gonna kill people for a month.
You don't become a serial. Once you're a serial killer, I think you're just a serial killer. I don't think that's not. You can't become.
Yeah.
But I guess that goes back to
Or we could-
becoming gay. What?
We could let's just be women for a month.
I feel like that's a whole different thing.
You
Like,
see what I'm getting on right now? Like
No,
he chose something that you can't really just be for a month.
Okay, I didn't catch on to you until you said that, but go ahead. Yeah,
I'm just like I was just saying ridiculous
I got
shit.
it now. Yeah. I know. I dude, when we just because we pulled it up a little bit before this podcast, the clip of that, and like I was basically speechless when it happened. Like I was like, what does he mean? I don't know what he means.
I feel like he's just saying dumb shit just to say dumb shit.
Yeah, and I feel like that
Like
kind of it goes
the
back
dead
to
body
the
and tase the dead rat and shit like that.
yeah. No, that's just ridiculous. It goes back to the Kanye thing though, right? It's promotion. We're
Yeah.
talking about it. Other people are talking about it.
I feel like we don't need to give it the time of day. You know?
No, let's stop talking about it. Right? Get last
Now.
word in. No.
Are we cutting
We're
the
done.
podcast right now?
We're done.
All right.
No, we're done with the podcast.
Oh, done with this talking about.
Yeah, we're done talking about
You know what? You know what my January challenge is? We're not going
What?
to talk about stupid shit.
Okay.
We're not going to talk about shit that doesn't deserve our time.
Except we are. We're
Except
going to
we
joke
are.
about
Except
it.
we're-
We're
except-
going to. but-
Except we're exclusively going to talk about shit
exactly
that doesn't
because this
deserve
is
our time.
it's the Nobody Asked podcast, right?
Because you didn't ask. That's right.
You didn't ask. All right.
I think we hit our time frame.
That was good.
That was good. Solid 30 minutes for you guys. I just want to say real quick, thank you to everyone who showed support for the first episode of the podcast. I think we just hit 50 views, got like 7 subscribers, which is
Something
dope.
like that.
Way
And,
more, way more than we thought we were going to.
And don't even like take that as anything. Just like we appreciate that you're listening, and
definitely.
like we're doing this as much for you guys as we are for us. Like we're just trying to give some entertainment, give some insight on our thoughts and opinions, like whatever
share
it
our
is.
personalities with the world.
Exactly.
Hopefully you guys like it. If you don't, tell us why in the comments.
And
below.
nobody asked anyway. So cool.
But yeah, thanks for all the support you showed on the first podcast. Thanks for the support you guys are showing on this podcast. That's it.
Adios.
Thanks for listening.